I literally ate dirt. Holy gosh. Well, this is an interesting way to start the video. I was just about to start filming this video and I was getting off my bed and somehow I twisted my ankle, got stuck under my foot. I don't even know. It hurts so bad. A normal person's ankle would be totally fine. My ankle hurts like a... Why does it look like my nose is on fire? It looks so bad. Is that seriously what I look like? Well, I sure didn't think I was gonna be making this video. Hey guys, it is CrafTea Cat, and today I'm going to be telling you the story time of how I sprained my ankle and also going through the whole process of treating it and what I am doing today. Which, by the way, it is May 15th, today when I'm filming this. You guys are going to see this well in the future. Right now we are in the firestorm, so that is kind of a problem that I will talk about later on in this video. But you'd think that since I sprained my ankle February 25th, that by May 15th, it would be good. But you would be mistaken because my ankle is still in pain almost every single day, which is not fun at all. I have to say, it's very frustrating and disappointing. Some days are worse than others. It's something that I don't really talk about in my life. Obviously, I'm not going to see anyone right now. In my life, I don't really talk about it because I don't like complaining about physical pain. I like to say I'm pretty tough. I'm sure people would disagree with that. Without blabbering on, let's just get into the story time portion of this video. I have all the dates on my phone, so if you see me looking down, it is because I am looking at my phone. I did a whole sheet of dates that I have, so I remember them. And by the way, I hope these dates are correct. I tried to look at them as close as possible. You'd think that I know exactly what date things happened on, but it's hard to remember, and also I didn't write them down or anything. I did take pictures and my phone saves the date, but sometimes it's wrong, so I'm hoping that it's correct. I talked with my mom so we could get this as factual as possible. So if some of these dates are wrong, I might correct them in editing, or they might just be wrong. I'm sorry, it's approximately the date that it was, so please forgive me if they're wrong. As far as I can tell, it was February 25th when I went to my weekly youth group. It was right at the end of youth group. Of course it was. Of course it was. And we were playing Pictionary. Yes, I like to say that I sprained my ankle playing Pictionary because you literally, when you think of Pictionary, what do? You literally sit and you draw a word. Seriously, it's not that physically demanding. But of course, youth group, you can't make it simple. You gotta make it super freaking extra. So you were on different teams. So I was on this team, whatever, other people were on different teams, and you were racing against the other teams to get your next word. One person from your team had to draw it, and then once someone in the group guessed it correctly, you ran to our youth leader to get the next word. You can probably tell where this is going. So it was my turn, and I was doing it quite a lot because I really enjoyed drawing it and then running and whatever, and I was totally fine. Oh, I also want to put it in here that I was wearing shoes that I have worn these shoes so many times. I'm gonna go grab them. They were these exact shoes. They're quite dirty because I literally wore them all the time. They have a boot that's about this thick. it's probably 2 to 2.5 inches. It's not that thick of a boot. It's also very thick and chunky. So I've never twisted my ankle with these kind of shoes before, and I've worn high heels, and it seems like every time I wear them I twist it and it hurts the next day. But with these bad boys, I have never fallen or anything. They were super supportive, and I loved how they looked, so I wore them a ton, and I never got hurt, as I said before. So yeah, as I was saying before, it was my turn to run to get the next word. We had just guessed it correctly, and our team was literally dead last, so we were trying to do it super quickly so we could at least have a chance, you know? So I went and ran to get our next word, and you guessed it, I literally ate dirt and slipped so hard. I don't even remember what I did. I obviously know that I twisted my ankle. I think what happened was my foot was this in the heel, and it just folded in on itself, sort of. Since there was a little bit of a heel, it got stuck, so I couldn't immediately pull my foot out, so it really pulled the muscle, I guess, or sprained the ankle. This is so stupid. So yeah, I ate dirt. I was on the floor and I was in so much pain. It was ridiculous. Everything went black. I don't think I blacked out. I might have blacked out for a couple seconds, but it can't have been that long. This part is kind of like, no shade to the people at the youth group. I'm sure they're watching because they watch a lot of my videos, so hello guys. Since it was at the end of youth group, luckily, like, I don't know how this happened, but my dad just came out of nowhere. Like, of course he came at the perfect time. Thank you, Dad, you were the best. It was literally, again, no shade to my youth group, as I was saying, but it was only my dad and my sister who came over. No one else asked if I was okay. In fact, one of the youth leaders started laughing, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not gonna say names, obviously. Sorry, there was a piece of dust, I was just flacking it out of the way. But he started laughing at me, and I am not gonna get mad at him. I was kind of mad in the moment, but like, dude, that is something that I do all the time. Not because I'm like laughing at them getting hurt, but because the way that they fell or like got hurt makes me think of how it happened, and it's kind of funny. Obviously, it's not funny that they got hurt, but like, I don't know. And I'm sure he was laughing because I'm sure I made like a big spectacle of myself knowing myself, but I did really hurt myself. And no one came up to me and asked me if I was okay or if I needed anything. It was literally just my dad and my sister who came up. I was in so much pain, and again, I like blacked out. I didn't remember really what happened after that. I don't know if you've ever blacked out, but like the black sort of comes in from the sides, but it was only like two little like black things. Like, I'll do it on the screen, and one like black like that. Like, I just remember falling. Then I came back, I guess, sort of. I was so like, what just happened? It sounds like such a like basic injury. Like, I don't know how many people have sprained their ankle. I'm sure lots of people, but the way that I did it, like, I don't know if I just did something really bad or maybe it's not a sprained ankle. I guess I will never know. And as I said at the beginning of this video, I like to say that I have a pretty good pain tolerance. Like, pretty much everyone in my life would say that. It's kind of a bad thing, honestly. Like, sometimes I don't take painkiller just because I don't want to, but I really should. But anyway, yeah, as I said, I'm pretty good with pain, and I was in so much pain. I feel like I'm jumping everywhere, but that's literally my brain, so I apologize if this story makes no sense. But yeah, my sister came over to me and she was just like, it's okay, it's okay. And I don't know really what this was. I feel like I was starting to have like, not a panic attack, I forget what it's called, but I started like feeling like I couldn't breathe. Like, I literally, like, obviously I could breathe, but I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like, it was hard to breathe in. I guess I was shocked probably. And my sister, she came up to me and she was like, it's okay, you can breathe. Like, come on, breathe in, you can breathe. She was being so freaking sweet. She's such a sweet person in that way. Like, she really can console people when they're injured. It just really helped a bunch, so thank you very much. And then my dad came over. He was kind of confused because he literally like just got there and was like getting called over being like, your daughter just ate dirt and needs help. So he came over and he was like still kind of confused, and I was like, my ankle, and I don't really remember this that well. I don't remember like word for word what happened, but I asked them to take off my boot because obviously I didn't want my boot to be on. It was hurting my ankle. And so my sister like gently took my boot off. It hurt so bad. I could barely move it. It was still so painful, but eventually we got it off, which was a lot better. It made my ankle feel so much better. And again, in this moment, I was literally laying on the floor still, mind you, in the middle of this gym of our church, and like everyone was like not crowding around, obviously not crowding, but they were like sporadically, like they just stood still where they were and was like like no one offered to get ice. Like, I was literally like, bro, the first thing you should do is ask for someone to get ice. Like, I don't know, at least that's what I would have done. I'm sure they were like doing their own thing, and I don't blame them. It's just like a bit. Finally, someone came, and it was one of the kids that was in the youth group's dad. He was such a sweet man. I like I knew who he was and I knew whose dad it was, but I really hadn't had any interactions other than that. But he like worked with the church or something, and he came over and he was like, girl, do you need some ice? Like, let's get her some ice, people. And this was February, so there was snow, so I'm pretty sure they just got some snow from outside in a bag, which was so helpful. And then I also forgot to mention, people were like asking if I needed to go to the hospital or something. I think my dad was like, I don't think you have to go, it's fine. Of course my dad's like that, and I was like, I don't know, like I might have to go to the hospital. Like, I am in so much pain, and I don't usually do that. Like, that is very surprising for me. I was in that much pain, and I was crying, obviously. Well, I wasn't really crying, I was more like whimpering. I think, yeah, my sister came as well. My older sister. My younger sister was the one who came and consoled me, and then randomly my older sister came out of nowhere. I don't know really where she came from. Obviously my memory is not that great. It was because I was in shock mostly. Everyone was like, okay, can you get up now? And I was like, bro, I really got hurt. Like, I think everyone thought I was being dramatic, which I am known for. I can admit that. I'm very dramatic. But in this moment, I was seriously hurt. Like, it really hurt, and I could not get up. And people were like, because youth was ending, so I had to leave anyway. So I was just like, okay, I don't think I can get up. Like, I literally don't think I can get up. So I think I stood up or like tried to stand, obviously not on the foot. And then someone tried to like bring me out. I think I was on a chair. I don't remember this that well, but I remember they got me a wheelchair. I was so thankful. This man is still here, and he is the one asking all these questions, not my youth leader. Like, excuse me. But this man, I feel like I should give people names. I'm gonna name him Greg. This is the savior Greg. He came over, he asked for ice, he asked for like if I needed a wheelchair, he like got everything ready. Literally best man ever. He was super helpful. So he got me a wheelchair, and I got in the wheelchair, and our church has an elevator, and I had no idea. I had never been in it before. Obviously I couldn't be wheeled up the stairs. This man Greg had a key to the elevator because he like worked in the church. I had no idea, but you have to have a key to use it. So he got me in, and my sister was like wheeling me along. She wheeled me into the elevator. I think one of my sisters and my dad went in the elevator, and that elevator is so janky. Like, wow. I'm glad that we have one, but it was like kind of sketched out. I was gonna say why it was like jank is like the wall moves with you. This is the elevator box, this is where we are, and this is the door. It closes, and then the elevator goes up, and the door stays. So this part is open, so you can literally see like the walls of the church when you're going up. Does that make any sense? Like, if you stuck your finger in there or your foot or anything, it would get chopped off. But anyway, we got up, and I had the ice on my ankle at this point. I actually got my sister to take some pictures of me. Of course, I am like, that's the first thing that I think of. I actually had no thought of making a video. I did not think I was gonna make a video of this at all, but here we are. I'm gonna flash pictures when I like took them in this story, like where the story connects and stuff. So I'll put pictures on the screen so you can see what was going on. But at this point, I was in the wheelchair, had ice on my foot. The pictures of me in the wheelchair with the ice on my foot, I'm just like, I look so sad. It's so funny. Then I got wheeled out. I literally don't know what the people downstairs were doing, like the rest of the people that were still there. What the heck were they doing? I don't know. They definitely should have filed an injury report. I don't think they ever filed an injury report ever, like even after this whole thing. Like, I don't really know the protocol, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put an injury report in when something like that happens, but could be wrong, could be wrong. So this is where I have actual video footage. I only had pictures up until now. I was so out of it. I was in so much shock. I was like crying and laughing and shivering and all the signs of shock. My sister, I have a video of this, but I was like filming like just random stuff in the wheelchair getting wheeled out, and my older sister was like driving the wheelchair like so insane, which I don't really blame her. I'm sure that was not the easiest to control, but we were just wheeling along on the sidewalk, and it is literally the bumpiest sidewalk ever. I wouldn't say ever, but it's a bumpy sidewalk, and she like almost ran me off the sidewalk, and it's on like a slant sort of, and so she drove me down, and I almost fell out of the wheelchair, and I had to put my foot down, and I was like, ah, oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, okay, careful. Oh, you're gonna run me off the sidewalk. You okay? Does it hurt? What's that?
Well, you have to watch for the sidewalk.
So yeah, as you can tell, I was very out of it, very giggly, but yet crying at the same time. The next part of footage that I have was my sister trying to lift me into the van. Now, of course, I have like a very big van because we have a lot of people in our family. And so it's very high off the ground. And also the ground was like really low. Like, it was really high up, and I couldn't step. Like, I literally had 1 foot. It was ridiculous. I was laughing so hard in this footage. It wasn't funny, but I was so out of it. I was in so much pain. My sister, she freaking carried me. Like, excuse me? Buff arm too? She literally picked me up and put me in the front seat. I was like, oh my god, this is just awful. It was so funny but terrible. So yeah, my sister got me in, and that's what this footage is.
Are you getting in the front? I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm laughing because I'm so tired or something. I think it's shock right now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna put my phone there. Ow, it hurts.
Where are your shoes?
Chloe has them. Yeah, I got them. Wait. Okay. Let me get this foot down.
Don't step on the middle bit because
How am I
wet?
supposed to get in?
I
You're
don't know.
supposed to hop. But I can't move this one too much.
Don't hurt her.
There you go.
Wow.
Now move your foot. Put your foot in. Oh my god. Oh no, now I'm shivering. I'm definitely going through shock right now. It's pretty warm. This is so annoying. Put it it on properly. There's sleeves, Teagan. You can do it. I believe in you.
No one was there, by the way. It was just my family. Like, no one from the church had come out. The man, Greg, who was so helpful, had to leave, so he literally, like, had to run. I don't know what he was doing. He was taking his kids home or something. So it was just my family. No one came out to check on me. It's good. I'm fine. I'm not hurt. I just can't believe how much I was laughing. It was ridiculous. Laughing, crying, and I was like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I'm so concerned, so... I know. I could put it with my injury highlight. I'm fine. Maybe, I don't know. This snow is just a chunk of ice now, and it doesn't really help. I can't really feel anything. In the beginning when I fell, it was so much pain I couldn't even move.
Well, you were short of breath as well.
Yeah. I kind of thought I wasn't breathing. That was kind of scary. You like came over and you were like, you can breathe. And I was like, I can't breathe. I expected much worse. Honestly, I thought my ankle was just going to be snapped in half. What happened? I was running to get our next clue for the thing. This floor is really slippery, so I slipped and I like, my ankle went like that. It went like completely sideways. I wish I could be laughing right now. The hyperstate kind of
You're
wore off.
hyperstate.
Where I was laughing so much. Like, laughing because I thought you were gonna drop me, so I was like bracing for impact. Because I didn't think you could carry me.
I am unreasonably buff.
So I drove home and I completely forgot, I don't know what in my head but I forgot that my grandparents were over. So my Oma and Opa were here and I came in literally getting carried. My sister carried me up the stairs. I'm pretty sure I have footage of this as well. If I do, I'll put it in here. Oh my gosh! Are you sure? Are you sure? Oh my god. Yes, give me. Ah! Okay, I'm fine. You're good. Oh my gosh.
Slipping.
Yeah, of course I'm slipping.
Oh, we gotta readjust her. One.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna drop me down the hill.
Stop. Sit on that on the stairs.
I think I can get up probably. Mom just sees you guys.
This is terrifying. Oh my god.
Couch. Sweetie.
Couch? Bro, you look like a hopping pot, you know?
My sister carried me up our stairs and into our house, and my mom and my grandparents were just sitting on the couch in our living room, and I came in and I was like, here to ruin the party, people. They were literally like, what in the world? Like, what is happening? I think I broke my ankle. I forgot that you guys were here.
She had an accident at youth group. We had to take a wheelchair. Oh no.
We had to take the elevator.
Oh, it's not funny.
Jenna heaved her into the car. It was pretty cool. I kind of maybe had to go to the hospital. Okay, sit down here.
Ice pack.
Yes, I need the ice pack.
Right now. Oh, it's swelling up. Where did this happen? Like we
Playing a game.
soccer?
Your toes.
It hurts to lay on.
No. Get like.
Put it on the knee.
It feels
Yeah.
good in this position.
Here. Wait. Let me go like more on the.
Maybe I did break my bone. So I explained the whole story to them. They were like, you are not okay. I was like, yeah, I don't think I am okay. I laid down on the couch. At this point, I was like starting to actually freak out. Like I was like, oh yeah, this is not good. This is not funny.
More on the.
Maybe I did break my bone. Everything was going wrong. And they were like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. Like, you're good. We talked about it and I was like, I don't think I broke it. Like, it's not that swollen. Like, it's just a little bit swollen. Like, I was testing my mobility and it didn't feel like anything was broken. I've never broken a bone anyway, so I wouldn't really know what it felt like, but it didn't feel broken. And my mother also didn't think it was broken at all. And we also didn't want to go to the hospital on a Tuesday night. Like, no thank you. We iced it. I took some pictures, so again, I'll be putting them on the screen. Of course, it's a foot, so it's kind of weird to show pictures. I'll probably blur some of them out. But yeah, that was not a fun night. I don't really remember fully. We were just like freaking out, like, what are we gonna do? I got calmed down. I felt like throwing up. I took painkiller. I got Gatorade. I did not feel well at all. And I got a tensor bandage on that night as well. I almost forgot about that, but I did. My mom had one, I think from like when I dislocated my shoulder when I was like 4 years old or something. Like, why does she still have that? I don't really know. But we had a tensor bandage and my mom like wrapped it up. She was really good at doing that and she did a great job. So she wrapped it up and my foot started to turn blue. This is not okay. I feel like you maybe should take it off or something. Why is nothing focusing right now? That's what I said. My foot is like pink on one side. So my mom was like, oh my gosh, should I tie this too tight? Like it didn't feel too tight, but she undid it and did it like really loose so it wouldn't like make my foot turn blue.
Careful. Stop. If you wrapped it like toes down or something, so it might.
Why wouldn't we?
I also used crutches because my mom had crutches from when she like had a surgery or something, and so I was using those going up and down the stairs and stuff. And this is still the same night that I sprained it. So I went upstairs, laid down, and basically went to sleep. I was so out of it, like I don't even really remember this that well, but I remember taking some pictures as well with my crutches and stuff. I think I posted these on Instagram or something. I could be wrong. My sister sleeps on the bottom bunk and I sleep on the top bunk. I slept on the bottom bunk. My little sister slept in my parents' room, which was so nice. I'm so happy that I was able to do that because there is no way that I was getting on my top bunk. So me and my family were just like assuming it was a sprained ankle, and like what can you do for a sprained ankle? Keep it like iced and raised and whatever, painkiller and a tensor bandage is all you really can do. So yeah, I was like sleeping on the bottom bunk, making sure I didn't put any pressure. I was using crutches and everything, and I thought I was fine. So yeah, we were under the impression that it was just a sprained ankle, so I didn't go to the hospital, not the hospital or like a doctor. I didn't go to anything. So it was Tuesday, the 25th of February, and then the next Tuesday, I don't remember what date that is, I went back to youth group in crutches and a tensor bandage, and they were like, oh, what happened to you? And I was like, were you not here? Like, I literally sprained my ankle in front of you. But the whole thing was kind of confusing. I was just laughing. I was like, yeah, life is fun, you know? I think the next day or something, my mom ordered a ankle stabilizer from Amazon. I don't know what happened. I guess we decided that we shouldn't buy it, and then my mom was like, yeah, we should probably buy it. Once I got this, I was wearing this, and this thing is so freaking painful. It like gives you blisters in all the wrong places. It hurts so bad, but like it really did help with the stabilization of my foot. I still wasn't like fully walking on it. I was doing a couple of steps and stuff. Like if I had to like reach from one place to the other, I was walking a bit. And this is like, I guess a week and a bit later. I was like, wow, this is literally like, it feels the exact same. Like it feels like nothing has happened. It doesn't feel like it has healed or anything. And so finally my mom booked me an appointment at our family doctor. I went to the doctor on March 5th. And I told him the whole story. I have some pictures of how my ankle looked. When I get injured, I don't like show it on the outside. It's much more of an internal pain than an external pain. Like, I don't know, you can't see it on the outside, which is kind of frustrating sometimes because I'm like, dude, I'm in so much pain. Why skin? Why can't you like show that it's actually in pain? But you can definitely tell in some of the pictures that it was a bit bruised. It definitely wasn't like an intense bruising. Like for sprained ankles, the pictures that you see are like black and blue. My foot was not black and blue. It was like slightly purple. I was like telling him everything. He had me do some tests like to stand and stuff, balance and stuff, and he said that I like sprained a muscle. It was a specific muscle. He said it was a muscle to do with balance, which made a lot of sense because I was having a very hard time like not standing but like walking. Like it was a very weird experience. Like I felt like falling over all the time. But he was basically like, yep, you're doing the right things. I think like in the next couple days you'll be able to start actually walking on it without crutches. So I was like, okay, sounds lit, you know, I'll do that. I guess I was using crutches for a really long time. I think the doctor said that I could like start not using crutches, but I was very weary to not use crutches because I really didn't want to re-injure it. And this might have been my bad. I don't think it was, but it could have been. I asked the doctor if I could go skiing a couple days later, like a week and a half after the doctor's appointment, because we had skiing passes. I literally am not going to waste my money. I already missed multiple days of skiing, multiple weeks of skiing, sorry. Skiing is very expensive and my family does not have like an infinite amount of money, especially for how many people we did. This was a very special treat, and for me missing it, it was very, very sad. So I asked him if I could do that, and he was like, well, I mean, your foot's gonna be supported. So I went skiing. Yeah, I went skiing with a sprained ankle, so look at me go. Also, I had missed a skiing day the day before I went to the doctor's. I think that was Wednesday because we went skiing on Wednesday, and my grandparents were there and I didn't get to show them my skiing abilities, which was really sad actually. Like my grandparents saw everyone skiing except for me because I literally sprained my ankle. Like of course I did. Of course I did a day before we were going skiing. He said, yeah, you could probably do it. Like as long as you're feeling okay, wear your brace, as long as it fits in the boot. So I did. I didn't feel any pain. Skiing didn't cause me pain. It was just like walking and stuff, and like slight movements would really hurt my ankle. As you saw at the beginning of this video, it's still happening. So that was March 12th. I'm pretty sure that I went skiing, if I'm getting these dates correct. And then March 20th, I booked a physical therapy appointment. So I went for an hour appointment, and she like basically just massaged my ankle, asked me what I could do and whatever. Basically the same thing as a doctor, but like she's not a doctor. And then she did like a couple of massages trying to loosen up my muscles, and I don't know if that really did anything. I don't know if these dates are correct. I think they are, but I don't remember still using my crutches March 20th, but I could have still been using them. I think I was still using them, but that seems like a long time after the doctors keep using them. And as you can tell, March 20th was like when ish hit the fan. Everything was going crazy with this whole COVID-19 thing. And so I was literally like the last person to go into the doctor's office. I knew it was happening, and I was like wary. Like I used hand sanitizer, everything, but it wasn't like crazy like how it is now. So I was like very lucky to literally like slip into one of their last appointments, and I didn't know it was their last appointment. They didn't know it was their last appointment. It was literally like they didn't know that they were closing a couple days later. I don't really know if that actually helped my ankle or not. It felt good. Like when she was doing it, it was basically like a massage, but like I don't know if that actually helped in the grand scheme of things. She basically like wasted half the time talking, which like, and then I stopped using my crutches. This is like where I filmed my at-home quarantine vlog. I'll link it down below. I think that was a day after I went, or 2 days after I went, and I was off crutches, and I had to do some ankle exercises. That is what the that's what the physical therapist recommended. She gave me a whole bunch of workouts to do. She sent them through email, and I was doing them in the morning and at night, so 2 times a day, which is so much time. Like I think it's about 15 minutes, and I am still to this day, May 15th, still doing them. It's kind of annoying. It gets really repetitive, and I don't even know if it's really helping. Not much happened in that time. I was just like living my life, basically trying to get back to normal, but my ankle still hurt, and it wasn't like hurting every single day when I started to get up. Like I was walking and it wasn't hurting. It was just like kind of weird to walk. Like if you haven't walked on your ankle in a while, it's gonna hurt. It was like a weird feeling. Like it was kind of painful, but kind of not. Eventually I kind of got used to the pain. Like it just feels like an everyday occurrence, sort of. Like I can't fully use my ankle. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also went to a first aid course with a sprained ankle. This is stupid of me, but I didn't want to have to use crutches, so I like used it for half the class. It kind of looked like I was faking it, but I was embarrassed. I was in pain, but I was also embarrassed. It was a very awkward experience, but I passed, so check mark for me. After that, everything was chilling. I was still using my ankle thing, but the physical therapist said that I should stop using this only if I was like walking long places or anything, or if pain started to happen again. So I was not wearing this around the house, which was so nice, because man oh man, my ankle hurt so bad from using it. Or not my ankle, but like the skin around my ankle hurt. So I was happy that I didn't have to wear that, but I was wearing it if I was like walking outside. As I said, stuff was going on, so I couldn't go anywhere. I still to this day feel like it's not back to normal, and it's been like 3 months almost, 2.5, something like that, and it's still not back to normal. Like I can walk on it, like I have no problem walking on it really. It's literally like doing anything else that hurts. Like I can't kneel down, it hurts my ankle. I can't like fully stretch my ankle out, it hurts. I can't like walk down from my bunk bed properly without it hurting. Like when you say bent your ankle, it sounds like you hurt your ankle, but like I literally like bent it like this, just like this. Like a normal ankle would be fine. Not my ankle. It's not fine. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. It seems like a preventable injury, and like I thought it was just a simple sprain, but obviously it isn't, and it's really frustrating to have an injury like this and for the doctors to say it's gonna be fine, and then it's really not, even like months later. And especially now in this time, I can't go somewhere. Like it feels very trapping. Obviously if I really did, I could go, but like I almost feel like it's not serious enough to like go and waste people's time. I hope I didn't leave any details out. I feel like so much went on. It's like a really crazy story. Well, not really crazy, but like it's a crazy time, really. Like it was a crazy time getting it, and then obviously in this quarantine period. I don't mean to shade anyone. I'm sure I shaded a couple people in this video. I hope you guys found this funny or informational. I hope you guys like story times. This is like the most interesting thing that's happened to me in a while, so it's kind of frustrating because I am a very active person, and I am training to be a lifeguard, or I was until this whole quarantine thing happened. That's another upsetting thing that's happened, where all of my classes have been canceled, which is upsetting but obviously necessary. I feel like I should be okay, but obviously I'm not. So yeah, that's the story of me spraining my ankle. I guess if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I don't know who would, but thumbs up. Thank you. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I was gonna say I really want to get to 400 subscribers. We are pretty close, not even gonna lie. If you guys are new and you haven't watched my videos before or you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. This video is so gosh darn long.